Hey, we are live, Queens talking reality. I am Elisa.
Farah.
Yes, and we are back to recap Beverly Hills, well, Housewives of Beverly Hills, episode 2. Let's jump right into it. And thank you for watching.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so it starts out with in Vegas, continuing the Vegas
Mm-hmm.
shenanigans for Crystal's birthday.
Yeah, going to Magic Mike. That was
Yes.
the
And
main
then
thing. The whole show is about them going to the strip club.
yeah, so it opens up with them talking about Sutton's dating life and why she's not asked out on second dates. And I like how she got, she threw that mega shade at Garcelle and she was like, "Girl." Well, she didn't say it with that much pizzazz, but she was like, "Girl, when you get asked out on a first date, then come talk to me." That's what I would say. That's how I would say it.
Yeah, that's true. And I was like, ooh, Garcelle, she got you together. And I was surprised. Garcelle that was even her first date. But everything they said about Sun is true. She's very awkward. So I'm surprised she's even going on the first date. But we discussed that last episode. So check out our last episode. I'm not surprised not asked for a second date.
Yeah, she got to get her act together. She needs a stylist along with some personality,
Mhm.
as we
Mhm.
said last time.
Mhm.
So then they discussed how everybody brought glam, and including Crystal, which I was surprised. Remember I think a couple of seasons or last season, remember she used to like get on the other girls for bringing glam with them, and now she's back to like she's basically getting into that whole Beverly Hills like persona.
Well, I think she's not on the show, and she's getting her own little check on the side, and she just spruced it up. So I think that's fine. When you first
Yeah.
come on a show, you're yourself. You do what you would normally do in your daily life if you're being authentic. And I think with her, it's more so okay. This is what they do. You start looking at yourself on camera. The days you probably didn't have the full makeup and the glam and things like that. So on a show like that, at first I didn't understand why they have glam. Now I see why. Because you're on camera. You want to look good on camera. So instead of you trying to figure out how you're gonna contour your face and your makeup and it looks funky.
And then you
It
know
looks
how like with the
crazy.
first couple of seasons, like especially when you're a newbie, you look a hot mess. And then you kind of
Correct.
grow into and then you pivot and grow into like, the glam starts to come out. But I guess you wanna kinda, skip the awkward stage. That's what Crystal's doing. Like she's skipping that awkward stage because I don't think she ever looked a mess. But she's just jumping right into being glamorous, which I'm all for, like you said.
I mean, to be honest, I saw her come out after the glam. This is my thing. If you have a glam squad when you come out, I better see you had a glam squad. I didn't see anything like I could be like, damn, look at Crystal. Not even Garcelle. Like really, she couldn't put that look together by herself. Unless
Yeah.
it's about the hair and the makeup. Glam for me would probably be about the makeup because you could put
Mm.
your clothes on already. You already brought your clothes, so I think the glam might be hair and like more hair and makeup. But I would look at it and be like, what the hell does she need the glam for? Like I said, maybe hair and makeup, but nothing for me to be like, wow, I could see time was wasted on that look.
Yeah. Well, they the next scene is they go to the Magic Mike show. What did you think about their outfits?
This is me. I guess they're of a particular age and they were not looking at Atlanta housewives or a younger generation, but they look bleh. They look like old aunties that should not be in Vegas. Because when I'm going to Vegas, everything is out. Like, like you showing it, body, yaddy, yaddy. And I mean, I guess I would say the best dressed was Kyle. Her body looks great. Other than that, Garcelle looked terrible.
Oh my god.
The outfit didn't look terrible, but that was not Vegas at all for a strip club.
No, that
Like
outfit looked terrible, okay? That
not for
outfit was
maybe if she's
horrible.
gonna go to brunch,
No.
something, yeah, brunch, a little luncheon
No.
with her friends. It wasn't flattering at all. Sun for Sun looked nice because she had like a sheer top and a white pants. Nothing. I was very shocked with Dorit, and I mean, I guess she looked nice, Erica, but
I
nothing
want to
what I
put up a.
expected
I
for
want to just
Vegas.
share it in my screen because
Oh my God, shady, shady.
where? How do I share? Wait, let me see because I want the people to see these outfits. And you saying that Garcelle didn't look okay? Is she frozen? And the face that Farrah got on that she's frozen at.
Oh,
Okay, you're back.
yes.
So yeah, I wanted to share my screen so the people can see this outfit, but I think I'm
Who,
gonna have to skip.
Garcelle?
Yes.
Not for no some supermodel type. Nah, Garcelle honestly does not bring it on that show at all. That was a grab up. I could see Sun wearing something like that.
It just did not flatter her body. I just thought it looked like scrubs that like you would wear for surgery, like a doctor would wear for surgery, except that she didn't have the pants to it. Like it was like a scrub top that a nurse or a doctor would wear or somebody like in the medical field. And it was missing. Like I could have made that with like maybe a
Sheep.
$10 shirt. Huh?
With sheep, because she even said, "Oh, it's not a shirt." It was not fun, and especially for Vegas. I'm thinking Vegas. This way you show out, not that.
Yeah,
And you go to a strip club. You walk in Vegas. You go through the casino. She's talking about she looking for a man. Girl, bye. You're looking for a man, and you got everybody else boobs and booty out, and this is what you got on.
exactly.
Garcelle, I see why you don't have further dates because you're not oozing out any of that attractiveness. It's all hidden behind them baggy old dresses.
I thought Crystal looked the best to me. I love the velvet
Crystal, what
pantsuit.
does she had on?
She had. I'm looking at it right now. I wish that I could. I forgot how to share my screen, but let me
I thought it
see.
was Erica that looked the best.
Oh wait,
But
let me see if I
Erica's
can
like
share it right now.
Erica was kind of like fully clothed anyway, or black latex. Oh, yeah, Crystal. Can I zoom in there?
I know, but I feel that
Yeah,
Crystal. I like Crystal's pantsuit. I don't know if I would have wore that to a Magic Mike show. I mean, except for like the belly is out, so the belly it looks a little sexy, but I feel like it looks a little bit too professional, except for the belly being out. Again, your girl Garcelle, she's missing the pants from the scrub suit, the medical field scrub suit. I could have made that and put some embellishments on it. That looked terrible. Like you said, Kyle looks good. I still don't like that dress
Kyle
though.
was best dressed. I think Kyle's the best dressed that's in Vegas. Young in Vegas. And
Mm.
Vegas is pretty hot. What the hell's Dory wearing black winter boots? Vegas is hot. I
Yeah,
don't know what the
and
who the
all of
hell.
that zip up to the neck, the whole jacket. No, I didn't like that jacket with the fur, and it looks too like
Yeah.
uptight.
I'm like, what was the weather out there? Because I know when I go to Vegas, it's hot. I'm not trying to wear fur or boots. In
Sutton,
Vegas, sun was for sun. She looked good for sun, like I said.
those pants, but I give it to her. I do think that she do needs to wear pants more often to I don't think she should accentuate her legs like she does a lot of the time. So I get it. I just think she could have wore a bit more like after work pants, not work pants. I don't like those pants. They look too professional
Baggy.
to go out to the Magic Mike show.
They all missed it except for Kyle. Kyle had it on point. That's a fun dress. She looked young. She was ready for Vegas. She exposed boobs and legs. She looked great.
And Joanne says, nice, sexy pantsuit. Speaking of Crystal, I'm guessing. And oh no, what is that pink dress shirt? A mess. Exactly. Tell me that does not look like a top to a scrub suit that somebody during surgery would wear.
Yeah, she looks a mess, and everybody had like pink in here. I mean, black, and she comes out bright pink. But next, Garcelle, no.
Yeah. Yeah, so they make their way to the Magic Mike show. And what did you think about the whole, like, would you mind going? Like, what do you think about the whole going to a Magic Mike show for your birthday? Are you into the strip show for your birthday?
I've been to strip clubs. I've been to something similar to Magic Mike in New York. Uh, to be honest, and comment below. I don't like going to those strip clubs because I end up laughing. It's hilarious to me, and I'm just thinking when I see these men gyrating on the floor, doing all these dances, it's not in a sexy way that's gonna turn me on. It's very
Mm-hmm.
comedic, and I'm always thinking like, what is it? What would your mother think? That's what I would think. And a
Mm-hmm.
lot of these men, I find out, turn out they're gay, and I don't want to go see a bunch of gay men dancing
Mm-hmm.
because you're supposed to entice me. I'm supposed to think you're heterosexual, they into me. So if I see a attractive man, my first thought, oh, he's gay, and it turns me off because a lot of the dance moves that I see are not very masculine moves. They just doesn't turn me on,
Yeah,
and
it
I end up
doesn't turn me
laughing.
on either. Maybe when I was
It's
younger,
yeah,
when I didn't know what it was about, it was exciting then. But now that I'm older, I'm not enthused to go to no like strip show. Do not come next to me. Don't even think about trying to pick me up. I don't even trust nobody to pick me up like that, drop me or something like that. No. And I don't want somebody gyrating. I don't want their penis in my face. No.
yeah. It doesn't do anything for me. And you always know the women that's not getting at home. They're the overly zealous women. So I don't know. It's a lot of the time it's desperate women in these shows. My
Yeah.
opinion.
So
So I'm not
then
interested.
yeah. So then the show starts. The first one on the stage is Erica. Erica organized the whole Magic Mike show. She invites Crystal onto the stage to get, like, was it Crystal that went first?
Her and
Crystal,
Crystal, yeah, get
yeah,
lap dances.
yeah, and getting felt up, gyration all over the place. Um, what did you
Mm.
think?
I mean, Erica was really into it. I was like, oh Lord, her legs are spread wide open. I mean, that's what
Mm-hmm.
they do in a strip club. But I think Erica really was into it. I was like, well, good Lord. That was it. But then I was like, wait, did the guy doing that to her gay? She's like, oh, it was her dance partner, one of her Vegas shows. So that to me would take out the excitement. So it was just like
Mm-hmm.
whatever. I'm like, nothing big.
Exactly. Yeah. So Joanne says, yes, a lot of these male strippers are undercover gay. I also think of what the young girl's mother would think of them stripping.
True. But I've never been to female strip club. I've been to male strip club.
I've been to
So
female strip clubs. I'll go with it on a date to a female strip club. It's actually fun, and they did think that I was a stripper. They thought I was on the
mm,
side.
I'm not interested. I'm just not.
It's actually fun, but that's a whole nother story, a whole nother topic. But
Mm.
the Sutton starts to get very uncomfortable with the ladies on stage getting felt up and the gyration going on and spreading of the legs, spread eagle. And Sutton was just appalled. She was not feeling that at all. And what did you think about Sutton and her granny church lady ways?
I'm not a big fan of Kyle, but I have to agree with Kyle. They had nothing to do. I think certain insecurities showed up. She felt because they kept talking about she all wanted to wear pants. She had dollars. You know, you go to a strip club. You know what happens in a strip club. You know the type of women you go to a strip club with. I think it was out of insecurity, a little bit jealous and envy that she wasn't on stage spreading her legs wide open. I think if one of the strippers brought Sun up there, she may have spread her legs a little bit wide open too. Who knows? I think
I
it's more
think it
so
was
out of
all.
jealousy.
Yeah, I think it was 100% jealousy. I think that she was upset that she didn't get the spotlight on her. I think that she was upset. First of all, it was Crystal's birthday. If that had been my friend acting like that, I would have sent her home in an Uber. Well, she would have sent herself home in an Uber. And I just would have been so annoyed because This is my night. Especially they have little small kids, getting a babysitter, nannies in place, and doing everything to go out away. And this is money that you're spending each night to be on vacation, let alone in your own, neighborhood, or in your own state going out. But if I'm away on vacation and you're acting like this is my hotel money, my vacation money that you're ruining, I would be pissed. And I would not feed into her at all. I would ignore her. But if she's still, infringing on my good time, I don't know if it would go well for the night, because I would want her to like take a Uber home, because I just think it's so judgmental. And I think it all stemmed from her taking the spotlight away from Crystal. It's Crystal's birthday. So I think that Erica did do a good job with, you know, getting the attention on the birthday girl, like how it should be. And so what if you being spread eagle? These ladies are married, they going home to their husband, they just having a good time. So I just think Sutton came prepared. She wore pants to spread eagle. That was the purpose of her wearing pants. And I just think her whole thing was, I wore pants like for this, like that's what she started saying. And I think that she was annoyed that she prepared to get her legs spread open, and that she did it for nothing, and that she was jealous that everyone else got to go up there and she felt like she wasn't chosen. She wasn't picked. So she felt, and she's not going to say it. It came out in a bitchy way instead of being honest about, I wasn't picked. You girls didn't like call me up. You didn't. It's not your birthday. And maybe you should have went. Maybe if you weren't so uptight, you would have got called up.
So one, it wasn't all about Krista because Erica was up there with her. So
Yeah.
Erica made it about herself too. She made sure it's about her. And Sutton didn't wait for the show to be over. Because after they called Kyle up there, so you don't know what would have happened towards the end of the show. Maybe they'll call, you could have jumped and pick me. So I think she left the show a little too early without waiting to see if they weren't going to pick her. It's just like, oh, they picked those two. That's it. It's over. The show wasn't over yet. They ended up picking Kyle.
I think she couldn't even contain her envy and jealous. I think she couldn't even contain it. Like when you start getting like annoyed about somebody else getting attention, you instantly get into bitch mode. You can't even contain yourself. So, and then once the snowball starts going, you can't reel it back in. She was too far gone at that point, and being like, oh my God, clutching her pearls. Like, I just think it just was too far gone, and she couldn't reel it back. I think she was just straight up just jealous, because she wanted to go up there instantly. She wanted to be the Erica and the Crystal. So she didn't want to, she didn't even have time to wait. And I think afterwards, when everything simmered down and then the alcohol wore off, because I think the true her, I think alcohol does bring out the true you. And I think once the alcohol wore off, she was embarrassed and didn't even want to discuss it anymore. And didn't even really apologize even afterwards. But I love the when Erica came out and shut it down. Like she was like, what? This is what, are you serious? That's how I would have been. Are you for real? These are my
Yeah,
friends that I tried to bring out so you ladies can have a good time, and this is what you doing? Like, are you for real?
I think that's when she realized how dumb she was and shut her mouth.
Yeah, embarrassed, and as she should be. And she did apologize. Now that I'm thinking about it, she did apologize to Erica, of course, but I guess because it was Erica's friends. But she apologized to Erica, but she knew what time it was. She knew Erica wasn't having it, and she wasn't feeding into it like Kyle and them were. I wouldn't have
and
followed her out at all. She would have been out in the hallway by herself.
and they were pretty surprised that Erica didn't go off.
Mm-hmm.
So that just went. The sun was. It was just obvious that it had nothing to do with what Erica was doing.
Mm-hmm. And then they bring up they asked about Garcelle's son, because I guess he works for Vanderpump Rules. And isn't it in Vegas? Doesn't he work for Vegas?
Oh,
In
I don't know. I
Vegas?
know he worked at Vanderpump. I'm not sure.
I
I
think
think so because she mentioned she's gonna go see her son. So I
yeah, I think
think
he
so.
works at the Vanderpump Rules in Vegas.
Okay, so then yeah, because I think in the next episode or that episode, Garza mentioned seeing her son. So I
Yeah.
guess yeah.
And then they asked about him, and I loved how well, I didn't love that part until they got to the next part, but she said that, she's kind of guarded when it comes to talking about her kids because of last season when they laughed at her sons and told the youngest 14-year-old to F off, and everybody thought it was so funny. So she was saying during this scene that she was uncomfortable with them asking about her kids and her revealing, anything about her kids. So I did get annoyed with that because I didn't think that she was going to talk about it. I thought like she was just going to be like in the confessional, oh, I don't want to talk to them about it. And then she was just going to be closed off and not saying anything. But I loved the next scene, the next morning when she brought it up to the ladies. I love that part. What did you think?
Um, I think she should have been a little bit more boisterous about it because, of course, Doreen stole the show and intervened and made it became the victim. Like, oh my God, how could you say no one? I think Garcelle, as a mother, and I think she's so stuck on representing black. I don't like the way she handled it. It should have been a bigger deal last season. To where it shouldn't have even been addressed this season. So her thing, oh, I don't want to talk about my kids. I would have stopped them the minute they asked, right then and there
Yeah,
at the
that's what I'm
table.
saying.
That didn't exist.
Exactly. I would have. I said the same thing, but I'm glad that it wasn't just dismissed at that scene. Like she brought it back up because she let them know why she was uncomfortable. But I do think last season, I think the reason why, like you said, I would have been even more pissed off. I probably wouldn't have accepted the sorry at all, but I guess you do. I don't know. I wouldn't have accepted it. First of all, it would have made for a better show because Garcelle being pissed, like you said, maybe she does want to watch out for being, called black and aggressive. But I probably would have been the black aggressive B because I wouldn't have let that slide. But I do.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Especially Marceau, whatever, Kyle's husband and Doreen's husband making jokes and laughing about it. Like Sutton said, if you're your husband is sitting there making jokes about children, you're not saying anything that's somewhat of a reflection of who you are.
Exactly. And
Yeah,
I
because
think that
Doreen's
the
husband was
reason
making jokes about it.
that what?
Doreen's husband was making a joke about it.
Yeah, and I do think that I think Garcelle should have brought that part up too. I just think like you said, I just think Garcelle didn't bring it up, but I think the reason why Garcelle didn't really harp on it too much because instantly last season when she did bring it up, it was like as soon as she brought it up, it was like instantly sorry. Like they said sorry, Erica said sorry, and it was kind of like sorry and let's move on. And I don't think that she got to express themselves because as soon as somebody said sorry and take accountability, it's kind of like really you're gonna keep dragging this. So I just think that Garcelle accepted the sorry and then that was the end of it. It's like I can see if they gave her some resistance, but no one did. They instantly said sorry. And I just think Garcelle accepted it too quick. I just feel like she should have, you know, expressed how she felt, but I just don't think they gave her the chance to. And then even in that scene, this past week, like I just couldn't believe, like, even with her talking to Dorit, Erica was quiet the whole time. They were just so dismissive of Garcelle. And that's why I probably would have been considered the black nasty chick because they were just so dismissive of Garcelle. Even Erica was like, I said sorry, like, let's move. And then Erica hardly said nothing about it. Like, they wearing sunglasses. They basically, didn't we discuss this last year and get over it? No, I'm not over it. And then she didn't even bring up the husbands and how they thought it was funny. I just would have. Oh, you know how I feel about that. I can go on and on about their treatment of her son, and I know that would not have happened if he were a white kid. That's my thing.
Right. That's another thing. I just feel like Garcelle again was not as boisterous as she should have been, and then Dorit response would have made me very upset when she's like, "Oh, but this happened last year. Like, basically, get
Yeah.
over it. It's been a year already." Like, but Garcelle did say something. She said, just because I accept the apology does not mean I forgive.
And
So that
especially when it comes to her kid. And I just feel Sutton too. Like even Sutton saying about the husbands. Why are you saying like the way that these ladies take up for each other? Kyle taking up for Dorit taking up for Erica, them all having each other's back, and Garcelle even having Sutton's back. Why didn't Sutton say anything about the husbands and laughing? And why are you saying it in the confessionals? Why aren't you saying it in these ladies' faces? And having Garcelle's back. But then I thought about it. Sun don't even have her own back. So these ladies run all over her like a bulldozer. So I mean, I guess I get it, but still, I would check her if I were Garcelle. I would be shots would be everywhere if I was Garcelle.
Yeah, would have been. Yeah, I totally agree. But that's how she decides to handle it.
Yeah, and then the end of it was when Garcelle just stormed away because they were just dismissive of her. Garcelle started crying and just stormed away, and hopefully it'll be brought back up. I just don't think Garcelle should let it go. I would not let it go at all because I don't think that they are taking accountability. They saying sorry and shut up and let's move on. So hopefully it doesn't end and Garcelle gets to express herself and that she gets a heartfelt sorry.
Yeah, and I think at this point she has to express herself, eventually move on from it because it's gonna be her dragging this whole thing. I think she just haven't had the opportunity to fully express herself. But she did, Dory jumped right in and made it all about herself. So we have to wait and see what happens.
Mm-hmm. And that wraps up Beverly Hills episode 2. We'll be back again for Beverly Hills episode 3 next week. Tune in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the like button, and leave a comment down below. Tell us what you think
But
about this episode. How do you think they were dressed? What do you think about how Sutton was acting and Garcelle? Like, give us your opinion down below.
yes,
We give you ours. Thank you.
bye.
Sneakers.